Hi, I'm Psiman and welcome to the 14th episode of How Far on One Life. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different to the previous 13 episodes where I've looked at retro games that I've really enjoyed. I'm going to be looking at a current generation game on the PlayStation 4, and that is Housemarque's Resogun. And I think the reason I'm focusing on this today is because I've been playing it a little bit more the last week or so than I normally do. I mean, to be honest, this is a game that more or less every time I power up the PlayStation 4, I play one or two games of this. I like it that much. But in the last week, there's been an update for PS4 Pro users, which unfortunately I don't have at the moment. But along with that update came the support for high dynamic range, or HDR, which my Samsung TV is capable of displaying. Now my TV is one of the first generation HDR sets from Samsung, which were released in 2015. The ones that came out in 2016, the HDR feature is even better, and the ones that are coming out this year are supposed to be spectacular according to people who have previewed them at trade shows. But even on my television, that HDR upgrade is really noticeable, and I'll talk you through some of the points that really have made a difference, and of course tell you why I like this game so much. So let's have a look and see how far I can get on One Life. So I'm going to be playing the single player arcade mode on Experience, and as you can see there are three basic ships to choose from. I'm going to use Nemesis because it's got the best boost and it's the fastest ship. Ferox is in between that and Phobos, which is the slowest ship but the most powerful. It has the largest or longest functioning overdrive, but I'll show you those in a minute. So let's start up and play the first level. And one of the things I really like about this game is how quickly the levels load.
Save the last humans.
Yeah, and I really like that feature where that lady's voice comes out of the controller. As you can see, those glowing ones are the keepers, and they have the keys to these little glass boxes that the humans are in. And I guess your role as protector of these humans is to save them by destroying the keepers and then taking them to these little, I don't know what you call them, base stations floating in the sky, and there you go. Whenever you save a human, you get either points and an upgrade of some sort. So there we go, I've got shields that will last for a little while, and this is a one-hit kill kind of game. Whereas with the shields, I can take 2 hits before I die, and that's pretty good. Okay, more keepers. So the keepers, they're only on the screen for a relatively short time. If they leave the screen without you killing them, then you've lost your chance to save that human. As you can see, I used the boost there, and that blue semicircle above your ship shows you the boost bar, and that builds back up. Oh, how did I lose a human? Did I miss some of the keepers? It's difficult playing these kind of games and talking at the same time. But the boost is pretty amazing because you're invincible while you're boosting, and when you come out of the boost, huge explosion which will take out ships around you. And the key to this game and getting a good score in this game is chaining together lots of kills. So as you can see at the top of the screen, you've got your multiplier, and as long as you're shooting at stuff, that multiplier will keep going up. But if you wait for a few seconds without killing anything, that multiplier will return to 1. And you know, I'm not great at this game, but the key to getting a good score is, go and get that human. is killing as many of the enemies as you can to build up that multiplier.
Multiplier up.
Alright, and then saving all the humans right at the end of the level to get maximum points.
Overdrive charged.
Ooh, my overdrive is charged. The human's in danger. Ooh, there we go. But I'm not going to worry too much about my multiplier here. The important thing here is surviving. Right. So, as to the HDR features that have been added to this game, I mean, for those of you that don't know, high dynamic range allows the television to display a wider range of colours and a wider contrast. So you can have brighter and darker elements on screen at the same time. And what's really noticeable in this game is the explosions look so much better, so much brighter. They just have more punch, more impact. Really nice addition to this already beautiful game. Right, let's use that boost. Oh! Oh, how embarrassing. I can normally get to the end of that first level and get to the boss and regularly beat it and get a bit of the way into the second level before I lose that first life, but clearly wasn't paying attention there. It's obviously a bit more difficult to chat and play this kind of, although it's not a bullet hell shooter, there's still quite a lot going on for an old man like me and the slow reflexes that I have. So a fantastic game. I would recommend it to any PlayStation 4 owner because it's quite a cheap game. I think when I bought it, it was maybe 12 or 15 pounds. And for those of you that have had your PlayStation since launch, you've probably got this game already because I believe it was the first game to be released on PlayStation Plus when the PlayStation 4 launched. So it was a free title for all of you who were lucky enough to have a PlayStation in that first month. I came to the PlayStation 4 party a little bit later and I had to pay for the game, but I do not regret it at all because it is fantastic. And I'm very excited about Housemarque's future titles that are coming out. One in particular that will be out soon, I think in the next couple of months, is a game called Nex Machina. And what they've done for that, they've collaborated with Eugene Jarvis, who created the original Defender. And they're sort of, whereas the heart and soul of this game is Defender, for their new one, Robotron 2084 is going to be the soul of that game. So it's a modern reimagining of that type of twin stick shooter. So I'm very excited to play that. I do like Robotron 84, but I find it incredibly difficult. So I'll be interested to see what that game's like. Hopefully I'll be a little bit better at it because Robotron 2084 is just manic. It's so fast, but a really enjoyable title. And maybe we'll take a look at that on a future episode of HFOOL. So thank you very much for watching. From my living room to wherever you are, this is Psiman signing off. Bye-bye.